Hello, this is Paul Prater from Haunted Arkansas Tours. Not every story that we tell on the tour is necessarily a ghost story. Some of those are just interesting stories about history. And I want to share one of those with you that has to do with the corner where City Hall sits today. Before City Hall was there was a chapel on that site. It was considered one of the finest churches in all of Arkansas, not just Argenta, but the whole city. Now, considering that in the early 1800s, Argenta was a railroad town, a lot of those men needed some church, so that was the place they went. But it had an interesting visitor. This visitor was a woman who campaigned for prohibition. She absolutely believed alcohol was wrong, and perhaps she was a little bit unstable. Her name was Carrie Nation. And what Carrie Nation was known for was going around the country, wielding a hatchet and busting open barrels of liquor, busting up bars and throwing people out on the streets. She was known for carrying around that hatchet. But keep in mind, she was an old lady, but an imposing one. She stood at nearly 6 feet tall and always wore a long black dress and often a veil. Well, she actually visited Argenta. She came to that church and stood on the steps and preached her message of temperance. But it was more than that. There were a few things that Carrie Nation believed were inherently evil. One of those was politicians, all of them regardless of party, and the other one was alcohol. Now, the newspaper said that Carrie Nation took a trip around the red light district of Argenta. It didn't say whether she actually busted up any bars or not, so if you ask my opinion, I think she was just a voyeur and wanted to see what she could find. Thank you, and I hope to see you guys on one of the tours.